Hey guys, Shadowz here, welcome back to another Gears of War 4 video. Horde Mode 3.0 is changing the way we are going to be playing the game mode going forward in Gears 4, introducing a lot of new to the co-op game mode. Today's video we are going to be explaining the Fabricator, the power currency and fortifications, with how they all work in the Coalition's take on Horde Mode. If you remember back to Horde 2.0 in Gears 3, the game began by selecting and buying a command post which activates nearby fortifications that were already set up and pre-selected, so you couldn't move them. You had to pretty much just stay in that one area or position. However, Horde Mode 3.0 is taking that core concept from Gears 3 and mixing it with the original formula of Gears 2 by introducing a movable new command post in the shape of a crate-like box, which is being called the Fabricator. The game starts off with Horde Mode 3.0 with the Fabricator located in the center of the map. It needs to be placed down to begin the game. Now this can actually be carried by one player or two players, which make things quicker definitely, but this can actually be placed anywhere on the map itself that the players choose. But even later into the game, let's say 20 waves in or 40 waves in, if the players want to move the Fabricator to a different area or spot, they are more than welcome to do so. Wherever the Fabricator is placed, it does block enemies from spawning in that area close by, so of course no swarm or DB enemies are going to be spawning up in your base that you're trying or attempting to build up as time goes on. Now the Fabricator is your new command post. It's the base of operations, the object you actually interact with to choose from the menu which fortification you would like to use as long as you have enough power. Replacing the money system from Gears 3, Horde Mode 3.0 introduces a Horde currency known as Power. The Power currency itself is shared between the whole team, not individually like Gears 3, and every match, each player starts off with at least 1,000 power. Now when you're carrying a power, you need to actually deposit it into the Fabricator itself by simply just getting close to it for it to be used by the team to start building fortifications. As waves begin, power it actually drops by every single enemy, more than others depending on the enemy type itself, but the dropped power needs to be collected and picked up and taken to the Fabricator. Your team can't spend any power that players are currently carrying. For fortifications, a few were revealed. I'm not sure if this is the complete list, but there may be more that the Coalition is keeping a surprise for the release of the game. But so far we know about the barrier, decoy and MG sentry turret. Now there are 3 other fortifications that weren't chosen on screen in any of the gameplay scenes so far to be used, but we have the electric like sentry that probably attacks enemies at close range by maybe stunning them, the Troika player controlled turret, and the weapons locker. Once you have selected a fortification to place on the map itself, you can actually place it down anywhere you would like to. And what I found the most interesting is with things like the barrier, they will actually interact with the map itself by getting either bigger or smaller depending on where the player is looking and also wants to place it. Looking at the fortification menu, the Fabricator itself actually starts at level 1, and just like the fortifications in Gears 4, can also be leveled up and upgraded. Now, as Kate purchases a barrier for 2,000 power in this gameplay, just before the menu turns off, we can actually see that the Fabricator level goes up by 2,000 as well. So it seems to level up the Fabricator, you need to actually interact with it and just begin building as many fortifications as possible. Once the Fabricator is actually leveled up, it's a possibility that it may offer new fortifications not available at level 1, but once at level 2 it will actually offer the chance to upgrade current fortifications like changing the spike barrier to a barbed wire barrier and so forth. Lastly, the Fabricator is also how you revive teammates who have died previously. So when players get killed in Horde Mode 3.0, they actually drop their own cog tags, which is shown by a glowing floating Phoenix Omen symbol on the map itself. Now to be revived, other players on the team still alive need to go over to the Phoenix Omen, collect their cog tags, and once they have been brought brought back to the Fabricator itself, the teammate will spawn back in. Now it's good to know that the first revive of each wave is free, but after that will actually cost you power to bring back other players. So there you have it, that is how the Fabricator, Fortifications and the power currency all work in the new Horde Mode 3.0 within Gears of War 4. Give this video a thumbs up and share it if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you aren't already. Thanks for watching, and as always, I shall see you in the next one.